Really? Wait,
Oh.
start it. All right, hey everybody, I'm Floria Lanzafame, and I'm here to show you how to do Nanu's bread with a little bit of a twist from Sam. So, a couple of things that you want to kind of be looking for in terms of ingredients. We want about 5 pounds of flour, bread flour preferably, 2 packets of rapid rise yeast, 50 ounces of filtered water. Don't just use water from the faucet. Make sure it's filtered with like a Brita, something along those lines. About 10 teaspoons of salt. If you've got kosher salt, use that. 10 teaspoons of honey. 1 drop of olive oil. Right? Ideally, if you could do this the night before you actually start the actual baking process, it would be a good idea to do some pre-work. One of the things you want to do is grab about 25 ounces of the bread flour, 1 tablespoon, actually 1 1/4 tablespoon of yeast, the 10 teaspoons of honey, so you're going to use all the honey overnight, and also all the water, all the 50 ounces of water, and you're going to basically mix those together. And I happen to have some of this stuff already here. So as you can see, I've got the honey, I've got the yeast, I've got the flour, and then this is the type of yeast I use, by the way. So any type of rapid rise yeast would work. I used about maybe the head of this honey, and then at the same time we're going to add some water to this, and then we're going to mix this. And we'll just kind of whisk this a little bit. And then, like I said, preferably, if you could let this rest overnight. We're gonna try and do a quicker version without having it run overnight, but we will refrigerate it. Okay, so after we've done with the whisking, we're gonna put a little plastic wrap over our bowl, and then we're gonna let this sit overnight, preferably. If you don't have all that time, then just put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. This way we get the yeast and the flour to interact to kind of create that gluten effect, and that's really the key to your success. Okay, so take a look at our little concoction here that we've been cooling in the fridge for a little bit. Again, ideally you want to do this overnight, but we're not using that approach today, so we're kind of doing a shortcut. So we're going to add the rest of the flour. dough in the oven, but not to turn the oven on. We're going to put it in the oven, and we're going to put a pan of boiling hot water underneath, and the steam will help the bread raise. Then we'll do that for about 30 minutes or so, and then we'll kind of form the bread into maybe like buns, and then we will proceed and do the exact same procedure and put it back in the oven with the boiling water underneath in the pan to again steam heat, and we should see a great expansion of the bread. So hopefully we will see that as we continue further. Thank you. At this point, we're now kneading the bread by hand. You'll notice I got a tattoo on my arm in the middle of the kneading process. Pretty impressive, huh? And we're going to do this until it doesn't attach to the sides of the container. It's almost like a folding process once it gets going. Whenever you see that, we need to add a little bit more flour. So that'll help with the process, speeding up the process.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Blankets or towels, or we're going to try a different approach. And that different approach is when we put it in the oven, we're going to put a little pan of boiling water underneath it, and we're going to let it stay in the oven for a little bit, and hopefully it will double in size by the time we're done with the non-heated oven. So we are going to fill this pan with some pre-boiled water with a tea kettle. Put that in there, and then we will put the bread in the pan. I'll just notice the size of where that bread is, and hopefully by the time we take it out, it'll be the size of this entire container. Could last anywhere from 15 minutes to 30 minutes, but depending on the the type of heat that pan is generating, it might take a little longer. Okay, we've removed it from the oven, and now what we're doing is making little bread rolls. And you can see there's varying techniques that take place. Okay, so we have now formed the little dough balls, and if you'd like to add some butter, like butter top, here's a technique that you can use. We're going to put the bread back in the oven over a boiling pan of water, and we'll leave it in there for about 30 minutes. So we just removed them from the boiling water heat, and you can see they've expanded greatly. And now we're just waiting for the oven to preheat to 400 degrees. again, bon appetit. See you later.